Hey guys, MC Mura here, and today I'm gonna talk about my boy Cody and why Capcom needs to add Cody in Street Fighter 6. Yes, I'm making a case, a completely unbiased wink video about why Cody is so cool and he should be in the game. Because I have seen some rambling in my local groups where like Cody's lame, whatever. And even in the interview with Chris F, he like shook me, was like, nah, Cody's lame. Are you serious? Cody is lame? No freaking way. I think this is an insanely cool character, and today I'm making the argument about why Cody should be added. Sure, on face value you might say, it's just another Luke, it's just another Ed, another blonde who punches and kicks, right? But that's not the case. There's not much going on with Street Fighter 6 these days, right? And when you add new characters to the game, at the point we're at, you want to add characters that have unique mechanics, that adds something to the game. And Cody can fulfill a role. Cody can add a mechanic to the game that have not yet present. And I'm gonna make the argument today. So if you haven't played Cody before, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Cody has this mechanic called Zonk. It's a special move, right? It is pretty much this one. This was in Street Fighter 4, it was in Street Fighter 5. The functionality, like the actual properties of the special changed between 4 and 5, but the execution of it is the same. And this is one of these moves that you need to have on deck at all times. So how do you execute Zonk? Zonk is executed with Cody by holding light punch, medium punch, or heavy punch. And tab mechanics I don't think are ever like something that's completely new, but the thing with Cody is that much more than say Balrog, who occasionally holds Zonk, Cody would need to hold Zonk 24/7. So you either hold light, medium, or heavy, and there isn't like light, medium, heavy versions of the special. Any of them will do. You hold it for a number of frames, you let go, and Cody will do the Zonk knuckle, right? It is this special, right? And this was a really cool, with punish, it was a really cool combo tool for Cody. And if you happen to hold two buttons at the same time, light medium, light heavy, whatever, medium heavy, he will do the OD versions. And as you would expect from a move from this type, like the regular version will not combo from lights, but combo from mediums, but the OD will combo from lights, and the OD Zonk was an insanely good move in Street Fighter 5. Now, what makes Zonk so interesting for Cody is that this move had charged levels. If you held down a punch button for a number of frames, and for Street Fighter 5 level 2 Zonk was 300 frames. That is 5 real-time seconds. So I'm holding the square button, I'm holding the light punch for 5 real-time seconds, and haha, you see he got like the level 2 Zonk. And the thing with level 2 Zonk, it's not a metered move, it's a regular special, but it's an extra long time on the hold. Regular Zonk is only like +3 on hit, but the level 2 Zonk is gonna give Cody a +5, meaning that he gets to combo after. In this game, Cody didn't have a 3-frame normal. See, so like you get to continue the combo and it would deal massive damage. But did you just notice what I said? Level 2 Zonk required a 5 seconds hold. 5 real life seconds hold. Alright? Because the game seconds, the game timer is a little bit different. So you have to hold one of these buttons for 5 seconds. Right? And there is light punch, medium punch, or heavy punch. Light punch, you need that to break grabs. Medium punch, you need that for V-skill, and V-skill for Cody was actually like really important because his V-skill had a lot of use in combos, but also his sway was one of the main ways that Cody would deal with projectiles, right? Because sway would like get you through projectiles, it have upper body iframe, so you needed V-skill. In Street Fighter 5, V-skill was a huge deal. And medium, well, you need, heavy, you need that for the V-trigger activations, right? And just the V-trigger specials. But heavy also had Cody standing heavy punch, and Cody standing heavy punch, this was his main anti-air. This was his main anti-air normal. So for 5 seconds, you had to give up either the ability to throw or break throws, you had to give up the ability to V-skill, or you give up the ability to anti-air. You had to make a choice. And that is so cool. Like imagine in Street Fighter 6 we have a character with an insanely powerful special, but I'm telling you, you can't jab, which is huge in Street Fighter 6. You can't parry because you're holding down the medium, or you can go for heavy punch, and heavy punch in Street Fighter 6 means that you can drive impact. And you have to give up one of these abilities for at least 5 seconds. And what was really cool about Cody in Street Fighter 5 as well is that Zonk, if you got the level 2 Zonk, like regular Zonk is -2 on block, and the level 2 Zonk was also still -2 on block, right? So if I hold it for 5 seconds, it takes some time, but it's still -2. So it's something that you had to hit confirm, which means that in actuality, in practice, this was pretty much like you're holding Zonk until you hit confirm, you whiff punish with something like standing medium or a crouching medium, and bam, haha, you get like a ton of damage on that. That was so cool. But what makes this mechanic so interesting, what makes it so fun, is how you can manipulate the system and how you can work with Zonk. One of the things that I joked around a lot is that you kind of need finger gymnastics to play Cody at a really high level. One of the things I personally will say I was really good at, I was super good in the mirror. I rarely ever lost to other Codys, because I could always tell which Zonk they were holding, which buttons they were holding, and play around that. If I notice that they're not anti-airing, then they're holding heavy, I will jump a lot more. If they're not tricking, then they're holding light, whatever, right? But there was a trick to this. Say that I am holding light punch and heavy punch, right? I'm holding both of them together. Obviously, if I'm holding both of them together and I let go at the same time, I get the level 2 Zonk, right? But here's the thing, if I'm holding them together and I let go of the heavy punch and I'm still pressing the light Zonk still comes out. So what you actually did in actuality is that I'm playing like that. Typically I'm still holding the light and the heavy, and say that Nat jumped, I will let go, double tap heavy, and bam, I got it. And I still have the light held on. So let's say, let's have a scenario where I'm gonna record Nash doing jump and then grabbing, right? So here's the thing, I'm gonna hold the light and the heavy, right? So I'm holding heavy, but I can let go and not get the Zonk out because I'm still holding the light, right? Let's actually do it the other way around now, but I'm gonna block. And I let go of the light, but I held the heavy, so I still got the charge. How you were able to manipulate the Zonk, and you can obviously do the same trick with holding all three. Although I never really recommended holding all three because like you needed the V-skill, and V-skill was like a reactionary move. So I always preferred having the medium on deck, and this normal was one of the absolute best for Cody. Isn't that cool? Is there is a single character in Street Fighter 6 that have a mechanic like this. And this was something that was really fun about Cody. If they brought back Cody into Street Fighter 6 and I found out that Zonk is now a fireball forward motion, I'm gonna be furious. I'm gonna hate it. Because the finger gymnastics and me thinking, alright, now I have the light held, now I'm holding the heavy, now I'm holding the medium. That was one of the most fun parts about the Cody experience, because this normal holding the heavy, yes, it's a 6 frame normal, it's an anti-air, but this also is like a fantastic frame trap normal for Cody. So say that he's blocking. This was an insanely good normal, so you didn't want to give it up all the time. But also I really needed to hold both of them, because if I happen to land if you happen to land like the level 2 Zonk, the OD level 2 Zonk, that thing was ridiculous. Zonk knuckle. See how much damage that did? And it wall bounces, so it was crazy effective. Mechanically, this was so much fun. And this is an element that Street Fighter 6 don't have. So before you say, Cody is lame, Cody is whatever, Cody brings actual mechanics that no other character brings. Right? I think it's uneducated if you actually think that Cody is lame. Personally, that offends Mura. But you know what else was so cool about Cody? What is actually cool about Cody? Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6 have a lot of installs, right? Where characters get into power-up state and now they are better. Cody V-Triggers gave him installs that didn't make Cody better, it made him different. So when Cody activated, for example, his V trigger 1, right? It's time for Bane. He gets the knife, right? And the knife was really cool because it enhances Cody's normals, right? But take a look at this. All of his normals are different. Remember that 6 frames heavy anti-air? That is now gone. Instead, now he have to go for his crouching heavy. Which was, I think this was 11 frames, if I am right. So it's almost double as slow. And Cody had a fireball, tornado, and his OD fireball, this was like the my OD fireball before my existed in Street Fighter universe. This was like a 3-hitting projectile that allowed Cody to close the distance. But if Cody activated V-trigger, he loses that fireball. He can't have it. So he lost his anti-air and he lost his fireball, right? And his normals are straight up different. They are better in some regards and they are weaker in some regards. But that was like so cool, right? Like say on a... Let's make them block everything, right? Say on an OD Zonk, which was like that was like a +3 move, right? Let's make him not mash jab now. So his OD Zonk just left Cody at a +3, but he's not on throw range, and also he can't really shake low and convert. See, like if I go for a crouching light punch, crouching light kick light punch, it doesn't reach. But if I activated V trigger, this actually does reach now. So he loses the fireball, he loses the god tier anti-air and heavy punch. That is an insane frame trap, double hitting, hit confirmable, but he gets like a better zonk. He gets a lot more shape on his normals. He gets insane range, and this move, take a look at this. Like this was like +4 on block. This crouching medium punch was like +4 as well, and you can just walk and throw them. So he gets different, and that was the same with his V trigger 2, Dirty Coach, Play Ball, where he loses the heavy punch as well. This one only changes his heavies, but he loses his heavy punch. That is actually insane. And he loses the fireball as well. And instead, he gets this, which he can like toss that upwards. But this is so slow, right? Like a regular fireball is just that, and you approach the distance. Where with the V trigger, you have to go through the entire animation. So he did have a reflect, but at the same time, in my opinion, his neutral was a lot weaker once he activated that V trigger. But that V trigger gave him a command grab. So what I'm saying about Cody is that he was one of these characters that had an install, but the install wasn't a pure buff. It was a change where he gains some tools and he loses some tools. Tell me a singular character in Street Fighter 6 that have an install where actually it comes at a singular detriment. Like when Vile activate level 2 super, he's just better. When Mai activate her level 1, she's just better. When Viper activates her level 1, she's just better. When Jamie activates his level 2, he's just better. Everyone is flat out better. While Cody gets different. He gets different attributes. Now he have a command grab, but a little bit weaker neutral. Now he have more range, but his anti-air and fireballs are a little bit worse. Now his OD Zonk is a little bit better on check, but maybe the fireball, the OD fireball that lets you approach the distance is a little bit weaker. Now with the regular Cody, his crouching medium punch and standing medium punch are fantastic, but when he activates V trigger 2, that crouching medium punch is not cancelable anymore. So while say that like let's say that Nash does what was the normal? What was it? For a heavy kick, yeah. Say that Nash does this, right, and I wanna whiff punish him. Regular Cody gets this, right? But if Cody activated V trigger, this is not cancelable. So I have to commit to the V-Trigger special, which does consume some of my gauge, right? So like you get more range, you get a normal that is a little bit better for pressure, but at the same time, this normal is non-cancelable or only cancelable into the V-Trigger, where like the regular version, like I can cancel that onto the OD Ruffian, and now he gets like a lot more damage and gets like a corner carry and all of that. And that was just so cool. Again, bringing mechanics, bringing attributes that are not currently in the game. And obviously he's so cool, and obviously he's the mayor of Motor City, and I do think Cody is one of the most popular and one of the coolest characters in the Street Fighter universe. If I have been able to convince you that we need Cody in this game, please leave a like or a comment, it helps the channel so much. And I think Nash as well. Nash was one of the coolest characters in that game, and Street Fighter 5 has amazing roster. If you like the video, please leave a like or a comment, it helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe.